Sometimes in sports betting, we don't always talk about the easy concepts, ways to pick more winners, ways to adjust your handicapping methods, because the reality is there is a darker side, and we don't all hit 100% in our handicapping. Well, at least there's some people that tell you they do, but normally they're not telling the whole truth. Money management is of the utmost importance. I can't emphasize that enough. Everyone can always afford to make more money in sports betting, but the real question you should be asking yourself is what you can afford to lose. Depending on your goals and objectives, there's nothing wrong with playing conservatively. Use money set aside specifically for the season so you don't dread losing a bet. No one should like to lose, but at the same time, you don't want to handicap and be motivated by fear. Don't come in with unrealistic expectations. A 500% return is impossible to achieve unless you're being reckless with your bankroll, trying to double up, trying aggressive martingale systems, and things that I don't advise anybody out there to try and do over time if you want to stay in the game. You need a bankroll that allows you to sustain the ebbs and flows that come with inevitable winning and losing streaks. Look at it this way. If your sample size is 100 games, but you can't handle a 5-game losing streak to start your season, it means you're betting too much. Scale back, wait, build accordingly, and then you can fire the dollar amounts that you see these so-called professionals walking up to the window each and every weekend. Flipping gears to the NFL, let's call it the weekend of the backup quarterback. Get the question all the time, how a handicapper should value a missing superstar in the lineup. We saw last week the Vikings were without Percy Harvin. The line moved 6.5 points, but that wasn't because of Harvin's absence, but it did create line value when people decide that, hey, Christian Ponder's going to struggle, the Vikings may as well not show up. Lo and behold, they go into their own building as 3.5-point underdogs and get the outright win. As a result, sometimes teams don't focus the same way they should, and when you're looking at a marquee player being out of the lineup, actually can give an advantage to the team who understands the player, understands what the backups can do, and it forces the defense into tough spots. Speaking of those adjustments, Nick Foles, the starting quarterback this week for Michael Vick in Philadelphia, make it about a 1-point adjustment. I know this number was scheduled to open up with the Redskins -2 coming off the bye, 2.5. We're seeing 3.5 as a prevailing price. Tack on that hook. I don't think there's as big an adjustment going from Vick to the rookie Nick Foles as people assume. Blaine Gabbert to Chad Henne, are we really having this discussion? It may actually be an upgrade at quarterback if Gabbert nurses that sore shoulder. Jacksonville, a glorified bottom-of-the-barrel NFL team. We'll throw them out. Looking at the Sunday night game, Ben Roethlisberger left Monday night's affair with a shoulder. As of time of the recording, we believe that he's going to miss this contest, and Byron Leftwich will be the starter. Expect a 3.5-point adjustment down to a pick'em for the projected opener. Maybe even see the Ravens as a 1-point favorite once the public gets involved. Jay Cutler, another guy who went down in prime time, really believe that Jason Campbell will be the starting quarterback when the Bears make the trip to Northern California. Cutler to Campbell, about a 4-point adjustment, but don't write off Jason Campbell's previous experience. It gives him an edge, and I think a week in that Bears system, we'll see a lot more Matt Forte and Michael Bush in the game plan against that staunch San Francisco defense. On the other side, Alex Smith with a concussion as well. He doesn't look like he's going to be able to go. Probably a 2.5 to 3-point adjustment to Colin Kaepernick. The one difference here, Kaepernick, no previous starting experience, and really believe he could struggle against the complex Bears defense where blitzes will come from all angles. Make sure you do your homework, check those injury reports, check the weather this time of year, give yourself the best chance to win. Same time, same place, next week, Todd's Take.